Hey, this is Edwin Dearborn coming to you another edition of Growth Driven. Are you looking for more possibilities coming your way in 2021? If you have a better content strategy, that will definitely happen. Hey, it's Edwin Dearborn, another edition of Growth Driven. Bring to you strategies about how to grow your business, regardless of who you are or what you do. I try to bring on not only business experts that are sharing their insights, but also taking some time to define things and go over strategies that I see occurring in the marketplace. Recently watched a video by one of my favorite content creators, Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, as he goes by. And he said, content is the gateway drug to opportunity. It got me thinking, how many opportunities have come my way or come my client's way because of great content? And I know content marketing is a very, very big term, but I can prove conclusively that the more content you create and the better and more strategic, specifically strategic content that you create, that you will create more possibilities for yourself, for your brand, and for your partnerships. So what is strategic content? Strategic content really is fulfilling the needs and desires and hopes and aspirations, answering the questions of your target audience. So you really have to step back for a moment when you're creating strategic content and go, who exactly am I attempting to influence? Who exactly do I want to take action with my brand? That may be following me on social media, purchasing my products and services, referring me, whatever that strategy is. What are you trying to do and with whom? When you really break down exactly who you want and what you want them to do, then you start to go, okay, I have to create content that's going to earn their attention and respect, and moreover, want to further engage with me. That engagement may happen right away and it may happen later on, but they're at least somewhere in my brand awareness sales funnel. This is the whole purpose of strategic content. I think a lot of people try to overthink it and then thus get paralysis by analysis, and they end up doing nothing whatsoever. And I want to just give you a couple simple, very simple examples of content marketing that tend to get overlooked that are very strategic. I work with a dental office in Northern California. We redid their website. That was great. But that isn't necessarily where their audience is going, believe it or not. Where their audience is going is Google, because they're going to Google and they're typing in, best dentist, Northern California, best dentist, San Jose, however they do the search. Knowing that Google loves Google, why don't we create more content on their Google My Business site? Let's get reviews. It's very, very simple. It's called user-generated content, meaning the user, the end customer, is creating the content for the brand by leaving a positive comment, positive review on Google. And of course, Google is going to show those because it's Google's property, and Google wants to keep you within the Google ecosystem. So yes, we developed a beautiful website, and that's great. But if no one's going to the website, then no one sees it. What we do know is that the customers are going to Google to find local dentists. So we developed a strategy, which is, hey, let's ask our clients when they're done with their services at the dental office, are they happy? Would they be willing to leave us a favorable review? We follow it up with an email. We give them a link. We've doubled the amount of reviews for them in a matter of 2 months, because we reverse engineered who we want to influence, what type of content earns their respect, where to place it. And that could be your strategic content strategy. It could be that simple. It doesn't have to be, I've got to write 1,000 word blogs or I've got to create expensive videos. It can be as simple as, how do we get more and better reviews on Google? That is a very basic content strategy. But again, we were strategic about it for that particular business. Moreover, they had an email database. They weren't using that email database. That is a strategic move. They had over 7,000 past clientele and patients that they were not communicating to. So again, we devolved the strategy. What would these people want to hear? What type of questions do they have? What type of challenges do they need to overcome? What type of services do they are afraid of because they lack information? We set all that down, and then we started emailing those patients that information. Something as simple as that. Nothing complex, nothing long, nothing overwhelming, either for the brand or for the new patients. We simply looked and go, who do we want to influence? What are their needs and desires and aspirations? How do we fulfill that with content? How do we make it look professional, put the branding and all that other stuff, but then get that content distributed out to those people on the channels where they're at. As my father would say, fish where the fish are. And not only that, not only fish where the fish are, give those fish the bait that they will bite on. Hence, great content that fulfills their appetite. I think a lot of brands that I work with, they look at content marketing and it's just a giant blob of generalities, and they don't really know how to break it down into a systematic approach that is real for them, with their resources that are available to them, with things that make sense, and moreover, not only make sense to them, but actually work with the clientele that they're trying to attract and influence. We live in a world now where this mobile device is the greatest marketing opportunity for a brand and for a small business. Go to a library, a Starbucks, an airport, everybody is on this. And where are they? They're checking their email. They're on Facebook. They're watching videos on YouTube. And as I tell brands, if you're not putting content in the places where those people are at, then you're not getting attention. You're not garnering their eyeballs and their ears, podcasts, videos, whatever it is. And thus you are becoming a zero of influence. So if you need to develop that strategy, you should work with someone like myself or your marketing director, or I don't know who you work with, but you really have to embrace the fact that, everybody's on this consuming content. That is what they're doing on that device. They are consuming content. Are they consuming your content? That's the $1 million question. Do you have content worth consuming? Do you have content worth consuming that can be found? Are you creating content worth consuming that's being proactively distributed to your lists, to your followers on a continuous basis? If the answer is no, you are dropping into the world called obscurity. And no one makes money when they're obscure. Brands do not flourish in obscurity. Where they flourish is in garnering attention, creating leadership, the perception of leadership through engaging content, and by engaging people to take action in some way or another with that brand. If you need help with that, that's what you should be doing. That's what I can help. Or reach out to a consultant or an expert in your area, but get the help you need. Start creating the content that's going to engage your audiences and is going to attract you the possibilities and opportunities that you are seeking. Ethan Dangberg, absolutely best tips, great valuable content in under 60-second videos. What I would do is just take simple questions and give simple answers with the call to action of, hey, you know what? And for more information, give me a call. Most people don't want long answers to simple questions. So what I would do there is I would ask the question in a unit of time in front of them. Hey, one of the most common questions I get is, how do I create a video in 60 seconds? Well, here's what I would do, blah, 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 blah. For more information on how you create better videos, reach out to me, Edwin Dearborn. Something like that. So that's very off the cuff, but that is where I would go. And I would put those videos on YouTube. I would optimize it for those questions, and have some type of social media automation that recycles those videos over and over and over, whether it's Hootsuite or Zoho. You could start to build up a library of content. This is where we're going in the services that we're offering our clientele and partnerships is we create a library of content, 100, 150 videos, podcasts, whatever they are, and then you put them in an automated rotation system through Hootsuite so that content is being visible, because what good is content if people never see it? And just because you posted it 6 months ago doesn't mean that it's still not relative to a newer audience that you've garnered over the last 6 months. You can reuse that content over and over and over. Moreover, you can repurpose that content as we're doing. So if you are looking like, how do I really master this content game at a level that works for me? I'd love to work with you. Love working with ambitious brands. And there you go. There's my 2 cents on the matter. Have a great day. We will talk again soon.